Okay. All right. So, what is your name?
What is my name?
Yes.
My full name is Angela J. Norris.
Okay. And what is today's date? Today's date.
Today's date is November 26th, year 2010.
Great. It's very nice to be here. So I'm going to ask you some questions about your life and about your childhood. When were you born?
Where was that born?
Yeah.
I was born in Louisville, Kentucky, St. Mary Elizabeth Hospital,
Okay. What date were you born?
March 1st, 1921.
1921. Okay. What about your grandparents and your great-grandparents? Do you remember anything about them?
Not a whole lot, no.
Did your family ever talk about them?
You know, I don't remember much.
Do you remember where they were from or what they did?
Well, they were from Louisville, Kentucky, too. Yeah. My one grandmother owned a lot of property on Algonquin Parkway. She sold it and lost all that money in the Depression.
Okay.
And then my other grandmother, I don't remember much. I remember stopping by their house on our way home from school, and we would get a snack or something. And then we'd continue on, go home.
Okay. What do you remember about your mother?
My mother?
Yeah.
My mother, and I don't understand how she did it, was left a widow with 6 children
Wow.
and not a penny income.
Wow.
And how did she make it? Who knows?
When was she born? Do you?
Where?
Mm-hmm.
Right here in Louisville, if that's what you mean, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
She went to St. Boniface School. And she didn't go very far in school, but I don't remember how
Yeah.
far.
Do you remember what kind of person she? What kind of person was she?
What kind of a person?
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of hard to say. She was a hard-working person, yeah. But you know, I don't always know how to answer that. She did a lot of sewing,
Did she?
yeah. She made everything I wore, from underwear out. Yeah, she did a lot of work.
How would you describe your relationship with her?
Very good.
Was it?
Very close.
Okay.
She lived with us. I forgot how long it was before she died. Yeah, a couple of years. So. We got along fine.
Oh, good. What do you remember about your father?
About her father?
Your father.
Oh, my father? Not a whole lot. My daddy died when he was real young. And he loved baseball. He managed a baseball team. I remember that. There's not a whole lot to remember about him.
Did they
I
ever?
was 17 when he died.
Oh, you were young.
Yeah.
Did they ever talk about how they met or anything?
Oh, I know how they met. They were at a party, and Mother was a real good pianist,
Was she?
and she was playing the piano, and my daddy went up to listen to them, and that's how they met. Right?
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. So what about your brothers and sisters? How many did you have?
Well, let's see, how many brothers? There was 6 of us all told. So there was 2 sisters and 4 brothers, yeah.
Were you all close? Were you close to them?
Fairly good, yes.
Uh-huh. Do you remember their names?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What were they?
I'll start with my sister. Oldest sister was Helen.
Okay.
Then my youngest sister was Dorothy. My oldest brother was Robert. And then, let's see, who was after him? Father Harry and my brother Billy. Does that make all of them? I don't know.
You counted
Pretty
5.
close, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Do you have any favorite stories about them?
No, not that I can think of. No.
What do you remember most about your childhood?
My childhood,
Yeah.
we were very, very, very poor.
Were you?
And we just didn't have anything other than we were not aware that we were very poor because everybody else was poor with us.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what kind of things did you do for fun? What did you do for fun?
We used to get out in the street and play kick the can and hide and go seek, several games like that. Yeah.
Do you remember your elementary school?
Do I remember what place?
Your school. School.
Yeah, I went to St. George's and had some of the meanest teachers you ever laid eyes on.
Is that right?
Yes. But I learned. Yeah.
You were a good student?
And to this day, I can still diagram a sentence.
Good.
Because
Yeah.
that teacher drilled it into us. Yep.
Do you have any favorite memories of school?
No. Not really, no. I think I was backward in school.
In what way?
Yeah. No, I don't think of anything.
Okay. What kind of house did you live in? You've got pictures. Wow.
Well, the one at the very top was the last one that I recall living in, because we got married when I lived
Okay.
there. And that little one next to it was the first house that Bill and I lived in. It was just 4-room house. One might have it now. And then that one on that side was on Wingfield Lane. That was a real nice big house.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one down here at the bottom was the last house I lived in before they took me out and made me.
Moved you here?
Huh?
That's a beautiful house.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's only one house missing there, and they did not have a picture of it, nor did I have a picture of it. It's the house that we lived in on St. Louis Avenue, and that's where I was born.
Really?
Yeah.
Here in Louisville? That
Well, I
is-
was born at
yeah.
the St. Mary Elizabeth Hospital,
Uh-huh.
but Mother and Daddy lived on St. Louis Avenue. Little bitty shotgun house.
Well, maybe you'll find a picture of it one of these days.
Yes, I do think maybe somebody in the family might have one.
Yeah.
But I love that.
That is a beautiful
Yeah.
picture of all your houses.
Uh-huh.
That's
That
amazing.
tells me where I lived.
That is a beautiful memory. Absolutely.
Yeah, the last one's the last house that Bill and I and the kids lived on.
Beautiful. That's a nice big house, too. Big house.
Well, yeah, no, it was 3 bedrooms and 2 baths, family room. Yeah, it was fair size, though.
Yeah. So, among your brothers and sisters, were you the oldest or youngest
I
or
was
middle?
in the middle.
You're the middle child. Did you like being the middle child?
Never thought much about it.
Did you all have chores growing up? Chores.
If I had a choice, I don't know. My sister Dotsie and I got along real well. Of course, she's died since I've been out here,
Oh,
and that wasn't very good.
I'm sorry to hear that. So, when you were young, did you do your own cooking? Did you cook when you were younger?
Not as a kid, no.
Really?
Well, you understand that this was all during Depression years,
Right.
and Mother could not afford to let us ruin any of the food.
I see. Okay.
So that's why we didn't cook.
So she did all the cooking, and she made all your clothes.
She made our clothes. She did everything.
Wow. When did you learn to cook? Did you learn to cook when you
When
got
I
older?
learned, wow, never. When Bill and I got married was when I first started cooking. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And it was a trial and error.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so what did your dad do for a living during the
My
Depression?
daddy worked at Sutcliffe Company. He was not a manager, so to speak, but he, I can't think of what he did do, but he worked at Sutcliffe, yeah. He was pretty fair at that, yeah.
Was he? Oh, that's good. Yeah. So, what about holidays? Did you all celebrate holidays
Well,
together
I
as a
can
family?
remember some and some I don't. Well, the one thing I remember most about being a kid, Daddy worked at Sutcliffe, and he didn't get off until 9 o'clock at night.
Mm.
And we had to wait until Daddy got home before they put up this ugly artificial tree. It was late when we had our Christmas Eve, yeah.
Yeah. Was your whole family Catholic? Your whole family is Catholic?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you go to midnight mass?
No.
No?
Well, you know, back then you didn't go to midnight mass. And if in order to go to midnight mass at the cathedral, you had to have a ticket.
Really?
Yeah, because it was meant for people who worked.
Oh.
And that's how it got started, yeah.
I see.
So
Okay.
we never went to that.
Got it. Okay. Did you do anything else special for Christmas?
I don't remember. You would think I would remember.
That's okay.
No.
Did you make Christmas presents for each other?
Pardon?
Did you make presents for each other?
No, we didn't do that. No. And one of my last Christmas presents that I recall getting was a store-bought coat.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you
Mother
like
made
it?
everything else. And that last Christmas, they got me a coat.
Did you like it?
And that's, you're right. I said it was a store-bought coat, yeah.
You liked it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. So the only store-bought present you got.
Well, I can remember, yes.
Yeah. That must have
Well,
been special.
they didn't have presents like they do now.
Yeah. So it was different.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, we just didn't have the money to do those things.
Right.
And we were not aware of it.
Right.
And that was good. Yeah.
You didn't know it. Yeah. And you could really think about what the holiday meant.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what
I
about...
don't even remember Mother having any special dinner or anything. I guess we just didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, did you have friends outside of the family?
I had one girlfriend that lived a block away from me. And we would get together. We went walk to and from school and things like that, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, tell me how you met your husband. How did you meet your husband?
Well, it was on a Sunday morning. He was at Fort Knox, and he had his car, and he brought several soldiers in from Fort Knox to Louisville.
Uh-huh.
This is great. There was 4 of them, and they wanted to go out that afternoon, and I said, I'll go with the tall one, and that was Bill.
His name is Bill. Yeah. How long did you date before you got married?
Well, off and on, then he was drafted to go overseas,
Oh.
and he was overseas 33 months during World War II, yes.
Wow.
He was over there forever, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Then when he got back, we got back together and we got married, yeah.
Did you write to him while he was away? Did you write to him while he was away?
Daily. Yeah. One
Yeah.
thing I regret, they had back in those days what was called email.
Uh-huh.
And I had a whole booklet of emails that he had written to me, and I don't know what happened to them.
Oh,
And I'd love to have them,
I hope you find
but I
them.
don't, so I keep on going.
So you corresponded with him 33 months.
Oh, yes. Well, see, I would write, we would correspond back and forth. We would write our letters, but then it would have to go through a special email thing where they would
Mm-hmm.
check, make sure we weren't giving out any information.
Right.
And the letters were about this big when they got through with them.
Where was he stationed?
Where was he?
Yeah.
Oh, well, he started off at, let's see. I can't think of where it is, but he was all over Europe.
Was he?
Yeah, he landed in North Africa, then in Sicily, then in Italy, then in, he was on Anzio Beach for a long time, and then he got back over there, and I can't think of it all. He kept a diary, and my one son copied it and made a booklet out of it.
Oh, that's nice.
So we do have record of wherever he
Oh.
was overseas, yeah.
So when did he ask you to marry him?
When did we actually, November the 24th, 1945.
So yesterday was your anniversary.
Huh?
Yesterday was your anniversary.
Yes, yes.
Great. How did he ask you?
How did he ask me? We had been, that was the day Pearl Harbor was bombed. And we had gone to a movie at the Mary Anderson, and on the way back we were riding out Dixie Highway, and he said to me, "Are you happy?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "Would you be happy with me the rest of your life?"
Oh,
And that was mine.
oh, that's beautiful.
You don't forget those things.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Of course, I said yes.
So where were you married?
St. George's. He was not Catholic, and I was. And back then, we got married in the priest parlor.
Okay.
But it was nice.
Yeah. And that was, what year was that?
Huh?
What year did you get married?
1945.
45. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And did you go on a honeymoon? Honeymoon. No.
No money.
Ah. So you
Well,
sold.
we got married in Louisville. Then we went to the Brown Hotel, stayed there for a while.
Ah.
Then we moved back to Greenville, Mississippi.
Okay.
See, that was quite a trip for me.
And what was in Mississippi? Why Mississippi?
That was where he was from, and that's where his job. He had his job back in Mississippi.
Okay. What was his occupation? His occupation?
Bill was an accountant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. All right.
We back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
You mean moving
Well,
or jobs?
we made it. We corresponded and everything. He'd come to Louisville, and then I would go down there and visit down there. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. So when did you have your first baby?
When was our first baby?
Uh-huh.
Let's see. Mike was born January the 7th. Oh, I should remember the year, but I can't right now.
That's okay.
Yeah. Wasn't that awful?
No. How many did you have in all? 5 kids.
4 boys and 1 girl.
And what are their names?
What are their names?
Yeah.
Mike, David, Marianne, Bobby, and Kenny.
Okay. What are they doing now?
Well, David is a CPA. He works downtown. Mike has just retired from Jefferson County School System. Marianne is an accountant with American Synthetic. Bobby lost his job due to downsizing. He got laid off I think it was November, and he just now got a job. and Kenny owned part of a liquor store, and he decided that wasn't for him, too risky, so he sold it, and now he's teaching at Jefferson County School System.
Okay, a teacher.
He went back to school, got his master's, and started teaching.
Do you have any favorite stories about your kids?
Do I have any?
Yeah.
Well, you know, I didn't go to very many. I went to St. George's, Parkland Junior High, and Aaron's Trade. And that was it. Oh.
Yeah. So, how many times did you move while you were married?
How many times a week did I move?
Did you move? A lot?
Oh. Well, we moved down to Mississippi, then we came back to Louisville. Then we bought our first house
Okay. Mm-hmm.
there. Then we bought this, no, lived in the top one, first one with mother, her mother lived there. Count them, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. So, you moved 4 times?
At least.
Yeah, okay. And does your family get together now for family reunions?
Did we get together what?
For family reunions?
We do, yes.
Yeah?
In fact, we're celebrating our Thanksgiving tonight.
Okay, the whole family's getting together. Yeah.
Well, my children are all married, and they go to their spouses' families. So this was decided that we would go celebrate our Thanksgiving this evening.
Okay. So as you think back over your life, is there anything you would have done differently?
Not that I can think of.
Who did you admire the most when you were young?
In my family?
Anybody?
Oh. Never gave that much thought. No.
Is there anybody you wanted to be like?
I won't say any name, might make somebody mad. Yeah.
Okay. So when you were little, what did you want to do when you grew up? Did you have any
Then I don't remember
aspirations?
anything. I remember we used to jump rope a lot.
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah, no. And we played softball, played ball, out in the street. No, wasn't a whole lot to do.
How far did you get in school?
High school.
High school?
Went to, well, just like that, I went out to Aaron's Trade. That wasn't really a high school program,
Mm-hmm.
but we finished there.
Okay. Did you work? Did you work after that?
Did I ever? You could not get a job back in those days. Well, then I did get a job working for this little hole-in-the-hall place. I made $6 a week
Oh, wow.
and worked 5 days a week. But I was happy to have it.
Yeah. What were you doing?
I was in the office work, just
Okay.
clerical work like.
Wow. That's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. A lot of work.
I still don't hear you. What?
That is a lot of work for not much
yeah,
money.
Yeah.
How long
I
did
used
you
to
work?
have to make appointments for the drivers to go out and repair the appliances and things like that, yeah.
Yeah.
But then I worked for a gal that was an alcoholic,
Really?
and that was bad.
What was that like?
Oh, terrible. I had to cover for him. And his wife would call constantly,
Oh.
and I'd have to cover for him to keep my job.
Oh. That
But
must
it was
have been
all right.
hard.
Then I went to work at, what was the, just like that on blank. During the war, we went to work. I worked down in tube turns, and we made airplane pistons down there. But I worked in the shipping department, so that was different, yeah.
Did you keep working after you got married? You raised kids?
No, I didn't have to, I guess. And that was a break. I was able to stay home with my children. That was a big break, yeah.
I bet you like that. Yeah. Yeah.
We might not have been millionaires, but we got along.
Right, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So you were a stay-at-home mom?
I was a stay-at-home mom.
Right. So
We never called it back those days.
oh, what did
No.
Yeah. Well, did you make their clothes?
Did I made
Yeah.
some.
Did you?
I was never happy with what I made for myself.
But you sewed for
I
them.
used to shop at, what's the name of that little store that had things so cheap? Well, anyway, I can't think of it. Yep. I made my daughter's clothes, and I made some of the boys, like shorts and things like that,
Mhm.
but not too much for the boys. I made my daughter's things, yeah.
So when your kids grew up and moved away, how did that feel?
I don't know.
Did you miss them?
Empty, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you find other things to do? Did you find other things to do?
Yeah, I worked up at St. Joseph's Children's Home in the sewing room where they made all the beautiful quilts. I did not quilt, but I helped us sew
Uh-huh.
there. And then what else did I do? That basically was the big thing. I'd go up there every week. And it was really great.
Was it?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's your favorite thing to do. Do you still sew?
Very little. I crochet.
Oh. What are you making?
I'm making these for my kids. I don't want to show them,
Okay. Then, yeah, yeah.
but I'm making them.
Oh, I love to crochet.
I
Yeah.
love to do that.
Oh,
I
that's
did
nice.
take knitting lessons, and I could knit, but it seemed like the older I got, the yarn kept sliding off the needles and everything. I thought, oh, the heck with it. I can crochet and do much better, yeah.
Yeah. So you said your husband wasn't Catholic. You said your husband was not Catholic?
No.
Did that affect your faith at all?
Uh-uh.
No.
He was really great.
Was he?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you raised your kids
Now,
Catholic?
he was not Catholic, but back in the early days, he firmly believed, like I did, that the Catholic schools were doing a better job. And that's why he wanted all the kids to go to Catholic. And they went to Catholic high school, yeah.
Oh, good. That's wonderful. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, over time, over your life, have you changed the way you look at people?
Now, what was this again?
Over your lifetime, have you changed the way you look at people?
Yeah, out here.
How's that?
Yeah. This is so different. Yeah.
Is it? How's it different?
Well, I don't know. It's just not home.
Right.
But they've been very, very good to me out
Have
here.
they?
So,
Yeah. How long have you been here?
I don't even remember. A couple of years, not very long. Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't that awful?
No, it's not.